Welcome to today's video. Your big raise is a trap. How to crush lifestyle creep and master your money. We'll break down the exact system to turn a bigger paycheck into long-term wealth, not bigger bills. Let's begin by setting the stage and then move smoothly into a practical, step-by-step plan you can implement this week. Here's the agenda. First, we'll explain why lifestyle creep happens. Next, we'll establish your unbreakable foundation with debt payoff and an emergency fund. After that, we'll set up automation so you pay yourself first. Then, we'll cover the tax-efficient order of investing and a simple index investing approach. We'll finish with anti-creep safeguards and 2 quick quizzes to lock in the learning. Important disclaimer. This video is educational and not financial, tax, or legal advice. Individual circumstances vary. Contribution limits change over time, and tax rules can be complex. Consider hiring a certified public accountant or fiduciary financial planner to tailor strategies to your situation. Now, with that out of the way, let's move into why lifestyle creep is so dangerous. Lifestyle creep happens when your spending silently expands to match your income. It often begins with small upgrades, better apartment, premium services, more nights out, and then becomes embedded as recurring monthly costs. Over time, this reduces your savings rate, slows investment growth, and pushes financial freedom further away. The core principle is that every dollar directed toward wants today is a dollar that never gets the chance to compound for your future. With that in mind, let's transition into building a rock-solid foundation. Start by eliminating any remaining high-interest debt because it is a guaranteed negative return. Next, create an immediate emergency fund equal to 6 to 8 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. This is your non-negotiable cash shield. Maintain your low monthly base expenses around $3,000. This is a major advantage. Finally, pause discretionary lifestyle upgrades until your debt is gone and your emergency fund is fully stocked. Now that the foundation is set, we can transition to the automation that powers this entire system. Automation is the secret. Configure payroll splitting or automatic bank transfers so that at least 50% of your total income routes to investments on payday. Structure the sequence to fund your emergency reserve if it is under target, then flow to tax-advantaged accounts in the correct order, and finally to your brokerage account. Set calendar reminders to review and increase contributions quarterly, and schedule rebalancing to maintain your target allocation. With automation in motion, let's move to the precise, tax-efficient order of investing. Follow this hierarchy. First, contribute to your employer 401k to capture the entire company match, because that is essentially free compensation. Second, if you are eligible, maximize your health savings account for its triple tax advantage: deductible contributions, tax-deferred growth, and tax-free withdrawals for qualified medical expenses. Third, maximize contributions to a Roth or traditional IRA, depending on your tax situation and eligibility. Fourth, return to your 401k to reach the annual limit. Fifth, invest any remaining surplus in a taxable brokerage account, focusing on low-cost broad market index funds. Next, we will visualize your ideal budget split using a simple pie chart. This pie chart represents a high savings budget where investments exceed 50% of total income. Taxes account for roughly a quarter. Fixed expenses are kept lean around 15%, and wants occupy the final small slice at about 5%. Your specific numbers may vary, but the key is to keep the investing slice dominant and the want slice intentionally small to resist lifestyle creep. Now, let's dig into the simple investing approach inside those accounts. Inside each account, keep your portfolio simple by using low-cost, broad market index funds. Avoid the temptation to time the market or chase recent winners. Automate your contributions and ignore short-term volatility. Rebalance based on a fixed schedule or a simple threshold, not on headlines. With your investing engine humming, let's capture your process in a concrete 90-day timeline. This timeline shows a 90-day implementation plan. In weeks 1 and 2, you audit expenses, finalize your debt payoff plan, open a high-yield savings account, and set up payroll splits and automatic transfers. In weeks 3 through 6, you optimize by contributing to your 401k up to the match, setting up and funding your HYSA if eligible, and selecting and contributing to your IRA. In weeks 7 through 12, you execute at full speed, push your savings rate toward or beyond 50%, automate brokerage contributions, and conduct a structured quarterly review. With the roadmap in place, let's get tactical about setting up your automation. To set up automation, first contact your employer's HR or payroll system to split your paycheck so a percentage goes directly into your 401k and HSA where possible, with the remainder to checking. Second, schedule automatic transfers from checking on payday to your high-yield savings account and brokerage. Third, enable automatic investments inside each account so cash is immediately invested into your chosen index funds. Fourth, enable two-factor authentication and alerts for failed transfers to ensure reliability. Finally, add a recurring calendar reminder to raise contributions by 1 to 2% each quarter until you reach or exceed your target savings rate. Now that the mechanics are set, let's compare two futures, one with lifestyle creep and one without. On the left is the lifestyle creep path. A new car payment, larger rent, multiple premium subscriptions, and frequent dining outs. These choices inflate recurring expenses and suppress the savings rate. On the right is the controlled path. Keep a paid-off car, choose modest housing, trim unnecessary subscriptions, and plan meals. These choices preserve your low expense base and sustain a savings rate of 50% or more. Next, let's summarize key anti-creep safeguards you can install immediately. To defend against lifestyle creep, set a fixed maximum percentage of income you are willing to allocate to housing. Automatically increase your savings rate after every raise or bonus so your lifestyle does not absorb the new income. Use a 30-day list for discretionary wants to curb impulse purchases. Conduct a quarterly subscription audit to delete underused services. Finally, establish an accountability partner, or hold a monthly money date to review your numbers and recommit to your rules. With safeguards in place, let's check your understanding with a quick quiz. Quiz time. What is the correct tax-efficient order for allocating new investment dollars? Option A, max IRA, then HSA, then 401k to match, then brokerage. Option B, 401k to match, HSA, IRA, max remaining 401k, then brokerage. Option C, brokerage first, then 401k, then HSA, then IRA. Option D, HSA first, then brokerage, then 401k, then IRA. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is 401k to match, then HSA, then IRA, then maximize the remaining 401k, and finally brokerage. This sequence captures employer match dollars, leverages the HSA's triple tax advantage, utilizes IRA benefits, and then fills the rest of the 401k before directing surplus to taxable investments. Second quiz. Which action best prevents lifestyle creep after a raise? Option A, upgrade your apartment immediately. Option B, increase savings rate automatically before payday. Option C, buy a new car to celebrate. Option D, add multiple premium subscriptions. You may pause the video now to consider your answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is to increase your savings rate automatically before payday. By capturing the raise via automation, funds are directed to investments before they can be spent, preventing lifestyle creep from taking hold. This table summarizes common account types. A 401k offers potential employer matching and tax deferral, serving as a primary retirement vehicle. An HSA offers a triple tax advantage and can be used for medical expenses and potentially as a stealth retirement account for qualified expenses. An IRA, whether Roth or traditional, provides tax-free or tax-deferred growth and is a supplemental retirement vehicle. A brokerage account offers flexibility but is taxable, making it ideal for overflow investing and intermediate goals. Always check current contribution limits and eligibility rules. Here are your key points. Eliminate high-interest debt. Build a 6 to 8 month emergency fund in a high-yield savings account. Automate more than half of your income into investments. Follow the tax-efficient order: 401k to the full match, then HSA, then IRA, then the remainder of the 401k, and finally brokerage. Keep investing simple with low-cost, broad market index funds. Now let's provide a concise markdown checklist you can screenshot and use weekly. Use this weekly checklist to stay on track. Verify that all automations executed on payday. Confirm your high-yield savings account balance is progressing toward the 6 to 8 month target. Schedule your next contribution increase. Ensure you have not added any new recurring expenses. and rebalance only when your plan schedule indicates. For quick tracking, calculate your savings rate as investments divided by gross income. Next, we will summarize the journey and set your next steps. To wrap up, preserve your $3,000 monthly expense base because it is a superpower. Automate contributions to capture 50% or more of income on payday. Follow the tax-efficient order of accounts. Invest simply with broad, low-cost index funds. Conduct quarterly audits and bring in a certified public accountant if your situation becomes complex. Finally, let's close with a friendly call to action. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please like it, share it with a friend who just got a raise, and subscribe for more content on mastering your money. I'd love to hear which anti-creep rule you will implement first, so share your thoughts in the comments.